It's interesting, those headlines. Trades, fines, and lawsuits. Let's get started. Big lawsuit with the team on the left there, the New York Knicks. I've never heard this before, but I guess it does happen in big business. Knickerbockers have filed a major lawsuit against the Toronto Raptors. Toronto's new head coach hired the video coordinator of the Knickerbockers to a new job just about a month ago. The video coordinator took all of the Knicks video files and sent them to the Raptors.
Whoa.
Which I think is illegal insider trading or something of that magnitude. The Knickerbockers found out it included videos of workouts, scouting reports of every player that they had looked at, other data, salary information. This former Knicks video coach, just hired in Toronto as part of a new staff, took over 3,000 files and sent it to the Raptors. This is a massive, massive lawsuit. I'm sure the NBA is going to have to get involved to put that fire out. Second story, Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden, a week and a half ago, called his general manager Daryl Morey a liar, said he'd never wear the uniform again, not coming to camp. Kind of insinuated that Morey had promised to trade him if he opted in the final year of his contract, which would give the Sixers breathing room. Insinuated that Morey said, let's talk about a max contract extension. Now Morey's not traded him. He's asking the moon. Clippers won't pay the moon for a 36-year-old player who's got a lot of baggage. And now Morey's insinuated to Harden's agent, I'm not giving him a max contract. I'm not giving him $50 million a year at his age. And then, of course, James Harden kind of burned the house down by calling Morey a liar. And now this week, Morey says, our camp opens September 22nd. You owe us a year on your contract. This is really nasty stuff. So I'll be fascinated to see where this goes. Interesting, though, the other guy that's trying to get traded, Damian Lillard, yesterday up in Oregon, told reporters in Portland, yes, confirming I've asked to be traded. I've given everything in my heart and soul I can to the Trailblazers. I would just like an opportunity to go somewhere else. But he stopped short of saying my career is over in Portland. He refused to denounce anything wrong with the Blazers, although the general consensus is he's so disappointed that all their acquisitions have not put the team back in the NBA Western Finals. And he stopped short of saying, I have to go to Miami because that's where I want to go, but that had been insinuated prior. So it's interesting, this Knick mess, the Harden situation, which is really, they're in trench warfare now, and then how Lillard is handling what he hopes would be his exit from the Trailblazers. So go ahead, Mr. Corporate America. Tell me about the employee who's leaving to go across the street and taking all the files with him.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's like a breach of proprietary information. It reminds me a little bit of that deal with the Cardinals and the Astros a few years back where someone was hacking into their systems. But yeah, I mean, they got to take action against us. Now, granted, I mean, how much are you going to really learn from watching a guy work out? I mean, you've seen him play on the court. You've seen him play in college. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but still, this is wrong. I mean, the Toronto team needs to fire this guy because you're going to bring him on board. Then what's he going to do with his next job when he goes to, the Lakers? And is he going to send all the files from the Raptors to the Lakers? Can't be trusted.
Well, you got scouting report notes. You got conversations with agents about what was discussed as it relates to dollar value of your player.
Okay.
So there is some real internal information there. But how could this video coach think by sending stuff out on email, there's not going to be an electronic trail that goes from the 212 area code to the 406 area code in Canada?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's funny. I've just recently went through some training on cybersecurity issues, and they were talking about this sort of thing. So yeah, it's nuts, and they need to use a heavy hand here. Toronto, at minimum, should fire this guy.
The NBA will get involved, and there'll be a hammer dropped on a number of people, I think, there, and maybe including the new Raptors coach who hired this guy.
Yeah.
He hadn't even coached his first NBA game. Think about that story. Okay, from